Hey, welcome to Mullen Stock. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads. And also remember that this is not a financial advice video. Today, I want to update you on what has happened with Mullen, especially in relation to the recent developments. I want to cover various data points, details on shorts, and everything you should be aware of. But first, let's get straight to the main issue. So after hours, Mullen stock closed flat, slightly up by 0.57%. Today, 19.3 million shares were traded, while the average is 47.3 million. The volume was a bit lower, which typically sees lower volume, and secondly, the trading hours were shorter as the market closed at 1 o'clock p.m. I believe you are all aware that after a sell-off, the first thing is to start stabilizing. If there was anything, the reason was that something went up. Unfortunately, there was no news from Mullen end, and there was nothing noteworthy. That's why we ultimately closed flat. Today, some things have come to light that I want to share with you. Brad has posted on Twitter, and it mostly reflects Google viewpoint dated November 2023. If you put everything together, it shows that approximately 38 M3 are clearly built and waiting for delivery. It's not clear which day in November this refers to, and this is crucial because David mentioned that around 150 M3s are planned by the end of 2023. If roughly 38 have been developed or built by November 1st, then in the best-case scenario, I can say that Mullen is on track to meet its targets. However, if this happened today or yesterday, there might be some challenges for Mullen in terms of production for the M3. This clearly shows that they are doing something. Are these on track? We don't know yet. Brad has signaled that I think it will be delivered around the 23rd, as soon as possible. Again, this is a very good thing. Deliveries and production go hand in hand with revenue. Due to revenue, the stock price tends to increase in theory. It's a beautiful domino effect. I just wanted to share this with you. Many people are posting about it. There's even a petition. Brandon Bell has said that about 784 people have signed it. It seems to be around 805 now, but it only says to stop the Mullen reverse stock split. It has also been mentioned here that Mullen retail investors have endured a lot. Clearly, many people have held through reverse stock splits, of which a potential third is in the pipeline. From 1 to 2 or 1 to 100. The upcoming shareholder meeting is on January 15. It has been said there to stop the entire reverse stock split, whether yes or no, but for the reverse stock split. What are your thoughts on this? Many people are posting about it, and Ernest and many others are retweeting it, saying they have signed it and believe in it, which I completely agree with that there will be no benefit to any reverse stock split. It seems both scenarios are difficult. Whether yes or no, you might need money in February 2023. But when it comes to this, I understand that people should realize one more thing, that if the shareholder meeting is taken back, which is perhaps the real point of this petition, then I think it could be a big problem, and it could be with NASDAQ because when the hearing panel came up, Mullen had to present a plan. What are they doing to fix that $1, to fix their shortfall? So when A, B, C all fail, their last option will be to do a reverse stock split. And if they somehow remove that, NASDAQ might not be happy because technically they have given the hearing panel a wrong plan. So I understand that these are some things that are flying in the air that could really harm Mullen. And you also need to see that in the current ownership, I've mentioned this before, about 69.49 million is in institutional ownership, 59.73 million is with strategic entities, including David. And it's obvious that there are many insiders too. And then there are others, which is 283.89 million in retail. In the retail space, majority control is now held by float. I've emphasized this multiple times. Therefore, regarding the upcoming meeting, I would like to suggest that completing the shareholder meeting might be beneficial, instead of completely canceling this proposal, because if you cancel it, NASDAQ might get upset. However, if you proceed with this vote, as I've mentioned, according to the theory if all retail votes, it can easily tilt towards no. Again, I believe this might be a better path. As I have indicated, according to the definitive 14A, there are snippets, or I guess disclaimers, that if retail does not vote, your broker or bank can vote on your behalf, and it would be in favor of what the board is proposing. It's a bit of a roundabout way for me to say this, but if you believe in the petition, I will include it in the description so you can push it higher than 805. So, what are your thoughts on this? I see many people discussing it, so I brought it up. But moving forward, I will explain what Schwartz has done. Now, one source has returned 492.89 thousand shares, which is 16.3% of the free float, out of an overall 63.26 million shares shorted. The average cost to borrow is 150.88, slightly higher than yesterday or Wednesday, I guess. The minimum is 8.6, and the maximum is 269.89. Through Interactive Brokers, short availability shows that around 10,000 shares are available for shorting. Again, if some positive catalysts or good news comes in, this could turn things around positively. If not, it might be the same as before. Regarding options activity, it is overall mimicking the volume. The dollar value was very low, with 6,000 calls bought versus 85 puts, so despite being at $0.18, people are still expecting a downtrend. In reality, 63% of options activity was bearish. Looking at specific calls, people are still buying around December 15th and January 19th. Clearly, everyone is waiting for the rubber stamp for Nasdaq compliance on January 19th, and there are some issues around December 15th, including the shareholder meeting. And generally, if people have trust and knowledge, they expect an increase in stock prices. For this reason, I thought using call options is a way to go, specifically for the December 15th expiry date. However, on December 15th, there's also the complete resolution of the Mullen lawsuit and compliance date. What are your thoughts on, for example, the production of cars? Do you think they are around 38? And what would be a reasonable number for M3 in optimal quantities? I like to think they've at least made around 100 by now. This is as of today date, November 24th. If they're ahead, that's even better. Still, I believe it all comes down to production numbers because Mullen was a pre-production company, and now they've obviously started production. The next challenging task for them is to meet their targets. Hopefully they will, as David mentioned earlier, aiming for 150 M3 by the end of the year and 300 M1 by the end of the year. Although Brad mentioned 303, so it's uncertain which is accurate. Share your thoughts or not. Guys, that's all we have for you today. What is your opinion about Mullen stock? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.